Here's the hard thing about turning stressed out overachievers into secure high performers. The stressed out overachiever operating model, it works. It gets you into great schools. It helps you land great jobs. It keeps your bosses happy. It keeps promotions coming in. It keeps you making money and it keeps all your checkboxes checked. So if you're a stressed out overachiever, you are not wrong to be wary of changing up how you do things because the way you've been operating so far has gotten you to where you are. And at the same time, the stressed out overachiever operating model also has its limits. And if you find yourself running into those limits, that's when it's time to pause and build a new operating model. These are the signs that it's time to switch over and make the secure high performer operating model your primary MO, because that one can take you even further. So here are 3 signs that you're hitting the limits of the stressed out overachiever operating model. Sign number 1, you no longer have the energy or the willpower to push through stress and anxiety. You know how when you were in college, you could pound drinks all night, sleep for 4 hours, pop awake at 8 in the morning, fresh as a daisy, ready to have a productive day? But now half a glass of wine and 30 minutes less sleep messes you up for 3 days. Maybe it's just me, but I've had the same shift for stress and anxiety in my life as well. And I suspect that you have too. When you were younger, you'd pull the all-nighter, you'd work like crazy, you'd push yourself to do things you didn't want to do, you'd stay on the razor's edge of tension for days at a time, and it was hard, but it didn't kill you. Whereas now, your capacity and your willingness to push yourself through intense stress is just lower. Your brain says, screw this. What am I doing this for? I just don't care. I don't want to do this anymore. And your body says no more. And it gives you muscle pain, stomach problems, migraines, panic attacks, getting sick all the time, or whatever other physical symptom that it has to give you to try to communicate to you that this is not working. If this is you, this is sign number 1 that you are hitting the limits of the stressed out overachiever operating model. Sign number 2 is that you are at or near the end of the quote unquote prescribed path that you've been on, and you're not quite sure what to do next. The stressed out overachiever operating model is really good at crushing it on a prescribed path, whether that's high school, college, med school, residency, fellowship, be a doctor, done. Or maybe it's high school, college, investment banking, business school, join private equity, done. Or maybe it's high school, college, law school, clerkship, big law firm partner, done. Even though these paths are really hard, there is so much comfort and security in feeling like you're on the right track and knowing exactly what you're supposed to do next. But here's the thing about these prescribed paths. For the first few steps, you and your peers will be walking in lockstep with each other. You'll look to your left, you'll look to your right, and everybody else will be doing the same thing. But as you get nearer to the end of the path, people will start peeling off. They'll step off the path to do something else. And some of those things will actually look pretty interesting or pretty cool. And you'll be like, wait, is everyone not doing this anymore? Could I do something else? And even if you stay and get to the very end of your prescribed path, you're going to hit that end in your 30s, maybe latest in your 40s. So you'll still have another 20 to 30 years of your career in front of you. So either way, that prescribed path is going to fragment below your feet. And suddenly, you'll have to decide what to do next with no one to be accountable to except yourself. And the stressed out overachiever operating model isn't as good at figuring that out. So if you are at or near the end of the so-called prescribed path and you're not sure what to do next, that is sign number 2 that you are hitting the limits of the stressed out overachiever operating model. Sign number 3 is that you know what you'd like to do next, but you feel stuck because there's no clear roadmap for how to get there. Stressed out overachiever operating model does really well with a roadmap. If you give it a super clearly marked roadmap like this one, and if you're listening on the podcast, come see the video, you'll see the image that's floating next to me. If you're given a roadmap like this one, the stressed out overachiever operating model does so well hitting every single green square and avoiding every single gray square. But what happens when you give that operating model this roadmap and you tell it, hey, the start is clear, the stop is clear, but the path in between, it's not clear. And the only way to figure out if a square is green or gray is to step on the square. So chances are you're going to have to step on 25 gray squares in order to find the 11 green ones that get you to the end. Stressed out overachiever operating model is not well equipped for this unmarked roadmap. It hates failure, it hates being off track, it hates being told that the square it just stepped on is gray and not green, and so it gets hesitant and fearful, and it takes no steps at all. So if you know what you'd like to do next, if you know what your stop square looks like, but you feel stuck because there's no roadmap to get there, if you know your start, you know your stop, but you find yourself not moving because all the squares in between are gray with question marks, that is sign number 3 that you are hitting the limits of the stressed out overachiever operating model. So if you are experiencing one or multiple of these signs, it's easy to think that you've hit your limits overall as a human being, but you haven't. You've only hit the limits of your current operating model. And don't worry, because there's a way better one out there. The secure high performer operating model can smash through all of these things. It can remain calm and grounded and in control, even in the face of stressful situations. It can develop clarity and vision and focus, even in the face of infinite options. And it can navigate ambiguity and the missteps that are required to find success with courage and with good humor. Now, you already know all of this because you have used this operating model before. We don't need to build your secure high performer operating model from scratch. We just need to make it more robust, expand its reach in your life, and help you access it even when it doesn't feel intuitive. And that is what we do in coaching. I have been doing consult calls all this week, all last week, all at the end of the last year, helping people make their step-by-step plans to do exactly this. So come talk to me and let's get this done for you as well. The link to book a free consult call is above.